If you haven't watched any of my videos before, I'm Wendy. I'm a grandmother living in the northwest of England. I am a sometime quilter, make some of my own clothes. I also engage in other crafts and hobbies, including cooking, but it's mostly sewing, and I like to share my sewing journey with you. So if that's something that you think you might want to watch over the coming months or longer, please subscribe. So what you just saw me doing, ridiculously, is putting an old sleeping bag inside an unwanted flannelette brushed cotton duvet cover. This is my latest attempt to get my sewing, quilting, planning wall, design wall up and running. I bought this frame, and I can link to another video where you saw that I wondered if I actually bought the right thing. But this room that I sew in is mainly my sewing room, but it is also used for other things, for instance this printer here and storage and what have you. Previously I used to have shelves and bookcases up here, and it added to the darkness of the room. You used to have a terrible problem with lack of light in this room, and so stripped everything out and painted it white. So I'm loath to put anything on the wall, and I've moved the storage that was here back to there, and I do need that storage. So I had an idea to repurpose this duvet cover, which I did temporarily use as a design curtain, as it were, draped on here for my last make, which was my cot quilt. But I'm going to be making quite a few more quilts over the next few weeks, months, because I'm making them for Christmas presents. I enjoyed making the cot quilt so much that I've decided that I'm going to stick to that size. I tend to make square quilts, so they'll either be the right size to go on a single bed, twin bed, or maybe a bit bigger to go on a queen bed. And so I'm definitely going to need a design space. I don't normally use one. I tend to make them up as I go. I don't often have a really big strategy for quilts, as you'll know if you've watched me quite a lot. And but for this quilt, I'm going to actually set myself 2 new challenges. This next quilt. So just to tell you about my next project, whilst I was making the cot quilt, which is my last video, I came to the decision that I would make quilts as gifts for Christmas this year. I'm recording this on the 2nd of September, which for me is very early to start to have any thoughts about Christmas. I normally leave it right till the last minute. 2 years ago I made 2 of my young relatives a quilt each with applique on. I didn't film that, but I did really enjoy the process, and not wanting to repeat that last year, I gave them something else. So this year I think I am actually going to make at least one of them another quilt. And then another of my younger relatives, I've got nephews, nieces and grandchildren, commented that I'd actually never made them one, and a little while back. So that's been on my mind. And then I think for 2 of the other smaller ones I will make quilts similar in size to the cot quilt, so they're a relatively small project. One of the reasons for realising I definitely need a design wall is because of the project I'm going to make for the child who said, in fact it's a teenager, who said, well, you've never made me a quilt. This particular person is absolutely mad on cars. And I saw this quilt. It's a photograph. I've printed off the image of a quilt panel that I've bought. It's not arriving yet. One of the reasons it's not arriving is because it's all coming all the way from America. It was the only place I could find one. I could find plenty of fabric that was racing car fabric, but quite childish. Whereas this person's probably going to be going off to university in a few years. I might want to take the quilt with them. and it's too childish. Now this print that's gone via my printer doesn't do the image justice, providing that the image that was on the website is true to type. Then the colours in it are very very vibrant, a very lovely royal blue, a violet, through to sort of a smoky grey, and also a bit of a turquoise. You can't see in there, but there is definitely turquoise in it. Simultaneously, I did wonder whether to try something that I attempted a while ago and gave up, and that's Penrose tiling, Penrose quilting. Now, Penrose tiling is named after a British mathematician called Sir Roger Penrose, and I started to try and make what's called a Penrose quilt. Now, I'll link in the description a website to the Penrose Challenge, Penrose Quilt Challenge, which was started, I think it's over a decade now, for people doing just that, trying to make a Penrose quilt, and they can share your work. So, Sir Roger Penrose is famous for, as a mathematician, called what is called tiling, and that is a repeating pattern that never ends. So I'll put up some other images of it, but this is one which you may have made a quilt from and may or may not have known that was a Penrose pattern. And that is, this particular one really, really fascinates me, because I'm no mathematician, but that is only made up of two shapes, and that's a square and a rhombus, and depending on what you do with the colours, you can end up with some amazing patterns. I'm going to have the panel in the middle, and I hope I haven't been over ambitious, but I'm going to surround it with a Penrose tiling pattern quilted. Now, the reason I stopped and failed last time I tried to do some quilting with Penrose tiling was because I came to the conclusion that it's not possible to do it on a machine, and I already have a English paper piecing quilt on the go, which don't think I've ever shown it to you, but I've been doing this for at least 4 or 5 years, if not longer, and I started it so that I would always have some hand sewing to do. So I've just been practicing with the paper pieces for now. I don't have time to do it by hand, so I'm going to have to do it on the machine. So that's where I am. So what I'll do now is I'll take you and show you the fabrics which I've got on the washing line. said I was going to share my quilting journey with you, didn't I? So here it is, warts and all. First things first, I decided I absolutely hate this design wall. Having done it, I can't stand the way it looks. It's just too ugly compared to what else is in the room. So I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm living with it for now. That said, I spent almost the whole evening cutting up pieces of paper, scrap paper, and cutting up pieces of fabric, thinking I was doing the right thing. And I realised that I need to stick to two shapes. That is the thin rhombus and the square, but I can have three colours. I've got some pieces I've already cut out using the other rhombus, and I can't use those. I also can't cut them down to be the thin rhombus because the angle means it's a longer piece, so they're going to have to be reused somewhere. So I'm rapidly running out of fabric, and I'm starting to not love this project, which is terrible because I was so looking forward to doing it. I've got this far, so that's 8 of the thin rhombus making a star filled in with these squares. Obviously the colours can be varied, so that will make up the pattern. I've been trying to imagine how I can do this neatly on the sewing machine. I practice setting in, for instance, 2 of these and 1 of these, and I can do it. And it's here's one here. It's perfectly, that's a sewn one. These are just pieces, and it's perfectly neat. When it comes to sewing the next piece, I'm not sure, unless I leave the seam allowance at the end of every single piece. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. So that's as far as I've got with my project. I'm not going to be dropping this. I'm going to be carrying on with it because it's going to be a present, and I've bought the fabric and I've bought the panel, so I'm going to have to do it. But this is where I am on my quilting journey. The next video, which will be within the next few days or at least a week, at the most a week, I'll start one of the other quilts because that's going to be easier and smaller, and then this is going to run alongside it. But I hope you've enjoyed sharing my journey with me, even though it's been a little bit touch and go, and I hope you have enjoyed watching, and there'll be more next week.